Hello, it's Tuesday, February 2nd, and here we are playing a little more SaGa Frontier 2. Last time we played, we went to see a giant ruin in the desert, learned a whole bunch about Will's parents' ill-fated expedition to said megalith, and that's about it. So, here we are, about to continue. Without much further ado, let's get into it. So, we can continue along with Will and his attempts to infiltrate Alexei Sergeyev's gang. Or we can head back to Jade and Wide and hang out with Gustave for a while. Let's do that. It might be nice to switch protagonists every session and see how far that gets us. So, back over here in Gustave. Conquest of Wide. Gustave frequently visits the Marquis of Wide. What are his true intentions? Wide. The central city of Wide. And that's how I miraculously escaped. Your stories are fascinating, but I doubt their validity. Unfortunately, they're all true. All right. Tell me more of your stories next time. Gladly. Well, if you will now excuse me. Your Excellency, I do not think it would be wise for you to trust him so. Why, Nibblestem? Nibblestern. Sorry. I do not have many friends of my own age. Haven't you been the one always asking me to have allies that I can trust? Although he is in exile, he is the son of King Gustave of Finney. Do not underestimate him. Indeed, King Gustave is very shrewd, but he is an unworthy son who cannot use spell arts. He is best suited to be my jester. See, we're continuing on our theme of royalty for jerks in this game. Which, you know, fair enough. Ah, Sir Gustave, please come on through. I was just passing by. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, sir. I'm going to move the mic a little bit. Sorry if it makes any rattling noises. See if I can reroute the USB cord a little bit. There, that will probably be more comfortable. Alright, we're looking pretty much the same as we were before. Drow dagger, buckler, that kind of stuff, so we haven't made good on our pledge to forge a sword yet. I'm shopping with Mama today. Our former lord was lost years ago. Some say the truth is that his brother secretly locked him away, and he was left alone till he... It was a very unstable period, so it might not all be just a Eek. Welcome. What may I help you with? Oh, we have some weapons and things, but Will doesn't need... I'm sorry, but Gustave doesn't need any of this stuff. When my grandma was still a child, I heard the Lord of Wild disappeared mysteriously. He was regarded as a wise ruler. All the men searched everywhere, but they couldn't find a trace of it. So the story goes that the brother of this lord, who was filling in as a substitute, ended up becoming the official lord. That does kind of map with the story I just heard. Lately, we've been really busy, so we're short-handed. Say, do you want to help out in the kitchen? Oh, you say you haven't any time? That's too bad. Master, we're out of vegetables. Spit's a man's best friend. Why don't you come down and blather with me all day long? Oh, here's our party, I guess. So what's the word on General Nebelstern? I hear he's a pretty intimidating man. They say he's extremely strict. There's not a whisper of scandal attached to his name. He's very disciplined, if I may say so. Has he made any enemies because of his severity? Well, those around him say that he's even more strict with himself, so people accept it. So there's nothing we can use against him. All right, how about Sir Mouton? Let's gather information on him. Are we going to be okay, Sir Gus? Don't be such a chicken. This is nothing like the price you used to pull as a kid. This is serious. Of course I'm serious. I can't just continue to depend on Sir Thomas for aid. You've changed, Gustave. Maybe so. Alright. Hasn't really given me much of a goal beyond that. I'm playing right now. Alright, keep it up. Not over there. I go over there. Just an empty house. Very cozy, though. Alright. What happens if I... Okay. This is not leaving town. This is... some squirrel stables. Cute, eh? No, I'm not talking about myself. Alright. Ah, Sir Gustave, please come on through. No, I was just passing by. Where to, I'm not sure. Okay, so there's no way I can get behind the counter to talk to her. Yep. I didn't talk to the innkeep across the counter. Yes, I can't. No exit from the town? Oh, it's just go away and come back. So did we find anything on Sir Mouton? Mouton is a very good-natured person. He's exempted sick old ladies from taxation, and has even given money to mothers with so many children they could barely make ends meet. He's a very dependable person. He's even collected special taxes from merchants and saved the money for emergency situations. Obviously for the sake of wine. A good-natured and a dependable person. He's very popular among wide citizens. I take it. I think we've got something to work with. Something? What are you going to do? Go to the Marquis of Wide and frame Sir Mouton. Gustave, why? That's terrible, Sir Gus. I didn't ask for your opinion, Flynn. If the Marquis even trusted his staff, this trick of mine wouldn't work. He deserves what he gets. Oh, he says something new now. This was nothing like the pranks you pulled as a kid. This is serious. Of course I'm serious. I can't just... Oh, no. Same stuff. Alright, so let's go work our devilry. Let's save. Quick drink. Alright. Back here. Tower. Can't go past it. Game uses such simple tricks to be pretty. Alright. Downstairs or upstairs? I don't know. Upstairs. Alright. Today, I come with information which is solely for your Excellency's ears. What is it? Well, Sir Mouton has been... Summon Mouton! You are bidding? Mouton, I hear you've been making tax exemptions and creating special taxes without consulting me. Yes. Although you're tasked with general political matters, there is an agreement in Wide that you discuss matters of importance with me, the Lord of Wide. Yes. Taxation is one of the most important issues. To disregard your lord is unacceptable. I don't mean to offend, but Sir Mouton did it for the sake of Wide. Wide. I don't know why I keep reading it like that. I know, but why did you not mention a single word about it to me? It demonstrates your lack of faith in my leadership. You'll be placed on suspension until further notice. Go home and think about what you've done wrong. Yes. What is it, General? I heard you suspended Mouton. Word travels fast. Is there a problem with that? No, I believe your handling of the situation was correct. The problem is, who's going to take over Mouton's job? This is nothing for a general to be concerned about. I will handle this situation myself. Your Excellency, those who serve you, especially Mouton, all faithfully served the previous lord. You intend to push yourself away from those people. Except an unknown newcomer like Gustave, I will have no choice but to resign. All those who served me used to work under my father. Because of my age, they do not take me seriously. They all make decisions on their own. I'll take this opportunity to show them who the true ruler of Wide is. My thoughts exactly. That night, It gets worse? Okay, let's find that secret passage while that obnoxious Nebelstern is out of the way. Secret passage? In a Lord's mansion like this one, there's always a secret escape route for emergencies. Let's go. Okay. Quick in-memory save. What's through this door? A couple other doors. The bookshelf is always a good choice for secret passage. Whoops. All right, here we go. But why? Again, why do we want into the secret passage? I know the game is doing a storytelling thing. I want to know. Also, time to sewer level, 4 hours and 25 minutes, approximately. All right, and here we are in a dungeon. So, we'll make a hard save in the third slot. Ah, 4 hours, 15 minutes to the sewer level. What kind of monsters we got down here? Oh. We've only got one character, huh? Alright. Slash, backslash, and cleave is a combo. Here we go. Some blue water. Wonder if Landos figured out that he was on the last level of that tower yet. He's playing Hoshigami ruining blue water, which is still a chore to say after all these years. And, as with anybody confronted with that game, not having a very good time. Alright, what's in here? Stairs and things. So... Ah. Okay. I believe over here we have a bridge that we have to go lower to get further. Alright. Can we shoot this pig monster? We can. Hi, Frog. Let's try charging some stuff up. We've just been using basic attack so far. 295. Alright. And then battle against a frog who's just using all of his charging in it. Too slow, frog. Too slow. Oh, there's a treasure chest over there. Look at that. Blue, hi. How are you doing? Yep. Decided to get on and stream some. I'm just playing this, again, frankly, beautiful game. Even this dank dungeon is a wonderful watercolor painting. Did I have a good nap? I did. I really, really did. Did you? Or really, rather with you, it was going to sleep, right? Not that a nap isn't sleeping. See, I'm still kind of muzzy and not sure what I'm saying. All right. I know. It's a longer sleep than a nap, but shorter than a sleep. See, I've never been sure where the boundaries are. How long did I sleep? About 5 hours? That seems like a nap. Because it wasn't yesterday when I went to sleep, and it wasn't tomorrow when I woke up. So that's a really technicality-filled way of doing it. Alright. Oh no, that's asleep, according to my self-written book of guidance on the nap-sleep debate. Well, I will defer to your expertise in this circumstance. Oh, it is a pretty game. Very much so. All of the backgrounds for the actual dungeon screens are hand-painted. Everything was given treatment to look very similar. And yeah, I've long loved the look of this game. I bought it at release, and this is the furthest I've ever gotten, so it's been fun playing this. And yes, this is only like 4.5 hours in. I do not know why I neglected this game for 20 years, but I did. And so far, no monster is so cute that I didn't want to hit them. Which, you know, happens all the time in other Final Fantasy games. That's okay, we'll fight another frog. Well, it's always best not to rush these things. Hashtag 20 years. Exactly. Exactly. This game actually holds up really well. It was just at the point where Square was really starting to put a lot of effort into their translations. Got a nice script. It's very playable. I'm extremely pleased. Some 20-year-old games just kind of fall apart when it comes down to it. Okay, so this is becoming a bit of a boring tactic, but it's been working all this time, so why not just cross-slash them to death? I want to go in there. There's a treasure chest in there. Okay. Maybe I get to it by going this way. It's a big door. Well, some stairs. Some more gates and a slime to fight. He seems to be trapped in the channel, so... It won't open. With a door like this, maybe I can just break it open or leave it alone. I have my new phone. Me. There's only one wallpaper. Rich. It's a smartphone. You need to swipe to see stuff. It can take a little getting used to. My favorite bit is that for smartphones, there's just wallpaper everywhere online. There's so much of it out there. You can find smartphone wallpaper for almost anything. I'm sure there's ones for like SaGa Frontier too. So... Okay, this is the back hall of the place we were earlier. Just quick saved in memory. So let's do it again. And try to force open with this door. Wow, I'd have so much fun looking through those. Okay, so we found a desk with some books. None of which I can actually look at, though. I don't know if you could hear that, but it kind of sounded like a wing flapping sound. I'm really nervous about this. Here we go. Oh, it was just candles coming on. All right. I guess I was right being a little apprehensive. Wide Ghost. Dominic, we have broadband Wi-Fi. Oh, I see. You can listen to Spotify through it. I want to use up my data. Yes. And like I have a phone plan where the data rolls over to the next month if you don't use it all, and I never use it all. The last time I looked, I had so much data backed up that I would never be able to use it all. I'm just blown away by this fact. Ouch. Ouch, that really hurt. Oh. Okay. Right. Okay. It does have a studded mallet. Ouch. Alright, let's try it again. Crash. I'll use some defensive moves and see how that works out. Still haven't quite figured out this one-on-one combat system. It's so different than the regular one. Alright. So let's feint. And then do a slash, backslash, cleave combo. See how that sets us up. I had a really difficult time when waking up from sleep. Really anxious and physical pain. I'm so sorry to hear that. I was really hoping you would feel better. So I'm glad to see you here, though. Thank you. I do feel better now. Well, good. Both gradually eased. That's very good. Okay, so he took 100 hit points that time, so... Let's try a double feint. Okay, I think I definitely need to recover HP after that. I'm down to 9. Almost certainly simply down to not having alarms set up and not getting outdoors for fresh air. Both of those things are pretty good. I have this thing where I kind of instinctively know what time it is, and I wake up before the alarm clock goes off, like only a couple of minutes before the alarm clock goes off. It's actually much better if I don't do that, because then it wakes me up in like a short, sharp shock, instead of me stumbling awake and and rubbing my eyes and grabbing glasses and all that kind of stuff. So I'll get back on track. Alright, so the most he's ever done to me in a round is 175, so I'm going to risk it. Feint, feint, slash, backslash. Do you also have the thing where if you have not clock or watched a hand, you can make a good guess at what time it is? A pretty good guess, unless I've just been asleep, in which case all bets are off. I'm just like, oh, I don't know, is it tomorrow? Was it yesterday? Okay, thank goodness we weren't stunned. That would have been bad. And that there is... okay. It's like a superpower. Okay, let's see what's in this other direction first. I'm not sure it's going to be anything that will help us. But we'll see. Alright. Oh, it's a way out. Well, even though Gustave is being very backhanded here, I still want to finish the mission that he set for himself, and I doubt it was really just to go down in the sewer and fight frogs. So, let's go back. The other thing I do that always amuses Carol is we like set a kitchen timer for something on the Echo, and I always ask, hey, how much time is left on the timer? And it's always like 50 seconds, 39 seconds, things like that. So, I mean, it might be his life's ambition to go down in a sewer and fight frogs. I don't know, I think he's kind of obsessed with being kicked out of the kingdom that he was in as a kid. Is the game not intended to have audio? Can you not hear anything? I didn't... Oh. I can hear something. Oh, let me switch over to RetroArch, because I'm looking at a preview of the screen. Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's extremely quiet. There we go. Yeah. I had it turned down because I was looking at a Game Boy game during Tino's stream where he was throwing himself repeatedly against the same fight. So I had that on one screen, and I was playing Revelations to Demon Slayer on the other to take a look at it. So I didn't realize, I'm like, that's okay. You have no idea what it's supposed to sound like. Alright, let me turn down my headphones a little bit. And we'll get on with things. Also, hiya Manic, how's it going? Also, I'm burning through my Waza points here. It's a going. Yeah, that's about all we can say these days, right? No matter what's happening, it's just going. That's all. I am very sick. Oh no. I'm very sorry to hear that. You know what it is? That's a terrible way of putting that, but you know what I mean. What's up? Sword level has gone up. Okay. Weren't guarding anything in particular, and there's nothing in the well. Once again, quick save. Terrible stomach pains and I'm sweating like crazy. I suspect it's food poisoning. That is the worst. That is the absolute worst. I think the last time I had food poisoning, it's because I broke my own moral code and let a friend drag me to Chick-fil-A. And I suspect it was divine punishment. Anyway, you have any idea what it was? Hopefully it'll pass soon. That usually happens. Lots of water and rest. Exactly. A quick save inside here, so it's a little bit shorter. Okay. So we'll have to approach this in a fundamentally different way, I think. We'll do a charged up cross slash. And then go ahead and restore HP every round. We have the life points to last for a while. Yep. Cover HP. I think it's trying to tell me that I shouldn't do that. Charge, slash, backslash, cleave. Let's try that instead. I can't even lay down. Do call the doctor if you get better. Exactly, Medic. It's been going on for about 3 to 4 hours. That can be really bad. And not being able to lay down seems really, really bad on the stomach pain front. Okay. Good. Charge, slash, backslash, cleave. $60. Timely action. Indeed it was. I could probably survive at 190, but I'm not going to risk it. It's kind of the ultimate in cheese strats, but here we go. Yep. If he's going to use arts, then I'm really glad that I sacrificed the LP. That definitely would have taken us out. Alright, there it goes. Another thing figured out about the solo-on-solo combat system. Yep, we'll quick save. $1,000 credits. That was not as good a reward as I was hoping it would be. Alright. I love how we're doing a pretty nasty thing, which is tricking the leader of Wide into trusting us and sending away his friends so that we can sneak into his basement and steal shit. Pretty unequivocally presented as, you know, a tricksy and underhanded thing to do, but they made sure that we knew that the guy was a jerk so that we didn't have to feel too bad about it. Yeah, man, like I know you can do like a telemedicine thing or something like that first if you don't want to go in, which is a completely understandable impulse. I am not a worrier, but I've lived with a worrier for 30 years now, and it kind of rubbed off, so. Alright. Goodbye, slime. I don't want to fight you again. Let's emerge into the light of day, only being 1,000 credits richer. At this hour, the only thing that would be open would be the hospital. Exactly, which is why I was saying I completely understand a reluctance to go. But I know, like, both my insurance and the coalition of local hospitals, if that makes any sense, has a line that you can call and so on. Anyway, I think the overriding message that Blue and I are trying to give you is please take care of yourself. I didn't really need to double charge a cross slash to kill this guy. Let's slice and dice. Well, I mean, that's cool, but a bit of overkill. I hear the non-emergency advice lines really depend on your locality. 911 is our 119. And that's pretty much mandatory everywhere. But all the other services are not. This time we'll do something that requires you less Waza points. Pardon me while I check this notification, just in case it's something important. No, it's something cool, though. It's just Jay reaching out with a list of public domain songs that C and I can consider when we're messing around on the ukulele. And if we call it, we have to wait a couple of hours or more for someone to call back. So this is where it leads. Flynn, notify Kelvin. You can get past the castle walls through here. Okay, so robbery wasn't really the motive. Finding a secret way into the castle was. We still don't know why. Does make me smile, though. The last thing's like, is the patient conscious? Yep. I'm going to sit here phoning this non-emergency number while my relative is passed out on the floor. Ah, okay, we're back with the general. Gustave, I knew he was up to something. Is he trying to weaken Wide by framing Mouton? He's rather young to go about this in such a roundabout way. What is he trying to pull? That's exactly what I was asking. I've been had. Am I supposed to recognize the flags? Because I don't recognize the flags. Are they different? I don't know. Sometimes this game can be obtuse in the worst way. Alright, it's a map save point, so we'll save here. Father's sudden death. 5 years after he gains Wide, Gustave steadily accumulates power. I guess that answers that question. Gustave and the Pirates. There are many legends about the hero Gustave. Hero? This is one of them. Alright, this is probably more a cutscene thing. Let's go ahead and see what's going on there. Wide, Gustave's stronghold. Does look like every bit of the art is carefully done. It really does. It's kind of like one of the only games I've ever seen where, I mean, this must be awfully close to concept art. You always see some amazing concept art for games, and the art that they use in the game is likewise very amazing a lot of the times, but it doesn't quite match. Here it seems like there might be a more one-to-one match. And then the little extra special effects are just icing. 5 years pass since Gustave set up his stronghold in Wide. Through Mouton's efforts, the residents grow accustomed to Gustave's rules. Mouton is helping him out? Many men gather under his flag, and his power grows steadily. Since Master Gustave came to the city, it's become such a rough place. Oh dear. It's not all bad, since we've gained more customers now. I guess you're right, at least it's become very lively now. Did something happen? We've just received news that Lord Gustave's father, the King of Finney, has passed away. I guess earlier it did say it had been 20 years. What do you intend to do, Gustave? Intend to do? I was exiled from Finney. It has nothing to do with me. If Mother were alive, she probably would have been able to return to Thermes or Knoll, but I have no intention of returning. But you're the eldest son of King Gustave. You have the right to inherit Finney. They've probably already decided on an heir. There's also Philippe, my younger brother. My sister Marie also has a husband, and any one of them should do fine. Even you could be the heir, Kelvin. I don't care. Sorry, I gave Kelvin Flynn's voice there. That's what I get for trying to do voices. Why isn't Lord Gustave giving us the order to prepare for battle? I hear that Sir Kelvin is opposed to that idea. Likely, since he's a genuine spellcaster. If that's true, it's not permissible. Let's go consult with Sir Kelvin at once. Agreed, let's go. The one who's hesitating is Gustave himself. I myself am recommending that he claim his right to accede to the throne. Darn, my laptop shut down. The poor thing does that now and then. You were just saying about the art? Yeah, that this game must be tantalizingly close to the concept art that they did for the game, right? Because all of these are actually watercolor backdrops that have been either done on the computer or scanned in and then enhanced with some special effects. So they're much closer to like the original artist's conception of these rooms and everything than some other games might be. Is that true, sir? And Sir Kelvin, will you be supporting our plans to take the field of battle? Of course. We've been training in wide all these years for this moment. You should just do as you please. Whether the people decide to follow you or not is a decision they must make on their own. What are you going to do, Leslie? Will you be coming with me? Well, let me see. What should I do? All right, I understand what you're all trying to say, but I don't have any experience commanding an army. It's not going to be so easy that they're going to let an amateur like me win. It's foolish to go into a fight you know you're not going to win, in my opinion, so how about it? Is there someone among us with the experience enough to command several thousand troops? I beg your pardon, sir, but why not call upon Nebelstern? But Mouton, I've already tried to invite him many times. I've been to see him, and Sir Thomas even put in a recommendation. I seriously doubt he'll want to work with someone like me, who ousted his former lord. He was Mouton's former lord, too. As you explained earlier, there's presently no one in Wide with a knowledge of military matters. Nebelstern is a very talented man. You need him, my lord. May I take the responsibility of bringing him to you? Fine, I'll leave it up to you. It's been a long time, Mouton. Are you busy as usual? Yes, General. Oh, stop it. I'm not a general anymore. Don't tell me. You come to ask me to be a general again? If that's the case, I refuse. No, I've brought a guest. Good day. Master Sealmer, this is unexpected. Mouton, this is rather conniving of you. Thank you for your kind words, General. I feel responsible for his life. I was once his teacher and guide, after all. Moreover, interested in what lies in his future. I want to know what his destiny is. You're saying he's that significant? Him? Of that I cannot be sure. It's just that I'd like to see how far he can go without spell arts. I desire to see this through. Is that so? Well, if you're that insistent, I shall join you in seeing what destiny awaits him as well. Talking of generals, I've started working on the platoon in the Grand Company. Looks like it's going to be fun. Yeah, I only went so far with it, but it is pretty fun. When I saw you earlier, you were trying to take them into a dungeon, but hadn't quite unlocked it yet. Gotten a little bit further? And yes, we will save. I know what that scene made me think of, a little doll's house. Exactly, the scenery is full of fussy little details. And I mean that in a best possible way. It sounds like I'm saying something bad, but I'm not. No, I moved on to something else, I think. Fair enough, you can only do so much platoon stuff at the same time anyway. Alright, so we've saved. Landing, Gustave sets foot on the eastern continent for the first time in 20 years. Well, we still have that Gustave versus the pirates thing. But let's go ahead and do landing. Upon the death of Gustave XII, King of Finney, Gustave XIV becomes the successor to the throne. Gustaves are half-brothers. Gustave makes a claim as the inheritor of Gustave XII's property, or in other words, the rights to the Finney kingdom, and gathers his troops. 1247, the shore of the lordless land on the eastern continent. Gustave, where is Flynn? So how does it feel to set foot on the eastern continent for the first time in 20 years, Gustave? I feel nothing. That's rather unemotional. You were guided by Master Sealmer and escaped with Madame Sophie. This is your reaction upon your return? Did you ever think that one day you would return home commanding an army? How do you feel? I wonder what Mother would have said if she were still alive. She would obviously be very pleased. I will now have to fight my half-brother. I'm sure Mother would have no desire for such a bloody act. It's not like you to be so weak-spirited. Soon, many animals will disappear from the face of the earth. They will desperately fight for themselves and for their families. They believe that if I gain the throne, those things that have been lost will not have been in vain. However, I do not want the throne. I just want to see what I'm capable of. I'm sacrificing everyone's anima for so selfish a motive. How appropriate, coming from a man with no anima, eh? Get one thing straight, Gustave. No matter what you may be thinking, I don't want you ever to utter such words in front of our men. You understand? So this is where you were. Is the landing proceeding as planned, General? Yes, there are no problems. The landing has been a success, and now I would like to send messengers out to each region. I would like them to spread the word that the rightful heir, the son born to Gustave XII and Queen Sophie, has returned home. I'm not the rightful heir, General. I'm just a good-for-nothing. Sir Gustave, it is important to make apparent the purpose of this battle. If the people here believe that we are invaders from the southern continent, they will desperately fight against us. In contrast, if they know that this is an internal conflict of the Finney royal family, they will not care who wins. They will simply yield to the victor. Therefore, from a strategic point of view, we have to portray this as a battle of Gustave against Gustave. All right, General. I'll leave that aspect up to you, so please confer with Kelvin and make your decisions. General, what do you think? Gustave is usually very cool and sharp, but when it comes to himself, his judgment begins to fail, and he becomes quite careless. Sir Kelvin, are you proud of your blood? Of course. I'm proud that I was born in the House of Jade, and I will undertake any duty given by my house with pleasure. Sir Gustave curses his own blood. He not only brings grief upon himself, but to those around him. This is what he fears most. He feels that others look down upon him because he is ungifted. He harbors resentment because of this. On the other hand, he has a positive spirit. He wants to see what he can do with his own abilities. He has confidence in himself. Your insight into Gustave is quite impressive. It is merely second-hand knowledge gained from Master Sealmer. I believe my job is to contain Sir Gustave's dark side. Your presence is crucial as well, though. Char, hey, hi. I'm doing pretty well. Manic, if he's still around, I hope is doing better, but I haven't heard from him in a little while. Hope you're well. Indeed, there's much dark work ahead. Oops, where did that come from? Indeed, there's much work ahead of us. Anyway, we should be concerned about winning this battle for now. This is obviously for Gustave's sake, and also for our own. I deadlifted wet snow for like 4 hours. Just Just how big an area were you shoveling out? That sounds awful. That is serious commitment to making a snowman or a snow Godzilla. Yes, continue, please. The Battle of Bucket Hill. The duel between the King of Finney, Gustave XIV, and the exiled Gustave. Sure. Successfully landing at the Lordless Land, Gustave proceeds east and crosses the Aneth River. I love pushing units around on a map, that seems. The King of Finney, Gustave XIV, gathers his vassal lords and advances southward. Gustave's army blockades Zal Peak, begins the confrontation. The royal army forms a separate force under Cantel's command, take advantage of their own superior numbers, and moves to attack Gustave's army from behind. Noticing this movement, Gustave's army draws back and camouflages itself on Zal Peak. With fortune on their side, they regroup with the newly arrived reinforcements under the Count of Jade's command. They initiate an attack on Cantel's separate force. Cantel avoids battle and withdraws. He stands by and observes the rest of the battle. The royal army finally notices that Gustave's army has retreated from Zal Peak and begins to move in for an attack. Gustave's army also moves in to intercept. Two armies collide at Bucket Hill, near the ruins of Han. Right in our boy Will's backyard. Gustave's Day of Destiny is about to begin. Wait. There's a strategy RPG in here? Battle of Bucket Hill. Victory conditions: defeat Gustave XIV. Defeat conditions: Gustave is defeated, defense line is broken. We'll view the map. Oh, it's only that far. Enemy units and us. I had no idea this was in this game. Alright, let's give it a shot. Begin player turn. Okay, so Nebelstern, battles 0, troops 4, move 3, infantry, reserves 3. So they've got a front line of infantry. Elvin is on a unit of archers. Infantry. Gustave is a steel soldier. Oh, he's equipped a whole bunch of people with steel armor and weapons. And some more infantry. Alright. Let's just try something. Nebelstern versus Finney army. I mean, I guess I should have known this was in here from the opening scene, which was very much this. Except set before Gustave's birth. Oh, wow, she's kind of strong, but knows no spear attacks. Flame spear. Double thrust. No. Let's focus on one person, please. Lawnmower. See where that gets us. Alright, good defense. Okay. The army has retreated. Alright. Oh, there's help. Battles. This shows the number of battles the unit has fought. This shows the number of troops in the unit. The number of squares they can move. Total number of reserve troops for both sides. There are infantry, archers, and steel soldiers. Turn end, show victory conditions. When moving units, it's possible to move through friendly units, but it's not possible to move through enemy units. A battle begins when player units and enemy units run into each other. Battles automatically end after one turn, and the unit at a disadvantage will be forced to retreat from that area. HP, WP, and SP will return to maximum after each turn. A unit that is attacked successively during one turn will have HP decreased at the beginning of successive battles. First time max, second and third 7/8, and fourth time 3/4. At the end of the player turn and the enemy turn, units that have less than 4 troops will be automatically receive 1 soldier from the reserves. When all 4 troops are defeated, that unit will be removed and will not be replaced. Alright. I'm an arm. Oh, no. They only move 2. Move Gustave up there. His backup unit up like this. And I think that's all we can do. End turn. Troops are replaced. Begin the enemy turn. Alright, they're coming back and attacking me back. Kinda bold, isn't it, guys? Wood Spear. No, he was Flame Spear. Double Thrust. And Lawnmower. All those old RPGs had unique mechanics in the PS1 days. They were throwing stuff at the wall to see what worked. It was great. Yeah. The mass battle mechanic that I remember the best was from Suikoden. That was just straight up fun. Alright, there's that unit taken out. I have to remember that I can't count on everybody being as strong as Nebel's. Gustave Army's successive battle. It just seems to be a really effective combo. And we are getting support from the nearby archers, which is awesome. Thank you for going after the same guy, you two. Act. Well, she's down 1 soldier now. I think I have a total of 4 replacements. Oh no, she has 3. Okay. And now it's just army guys versus army guys. combo. That's not allowed. Alright, so they split the damage. So, that's a win for us, right? 3 versus 2? Alright. So let's see. That's actually Gustave there. I mean, other Gustave. This is nice and confusing. That's actually 14 there. Let's call him that. Okay. Beat up this army a little bit. Now that they've shown us that double thrust lawnmower is a combo, let's try to set it up. Oh, rip that guy. Okay. Still a win in our favor. How far can Gustave come? This far. Alright. Alright, Emerson. Reserves 17, of course. Well, let's go ahead and see what it's like, I guess. I don't think we've faced Finny guards yet. Here, they've taken a page out of our book and are using steel swords. I think that's everybody we've got. This keeps sounding like train music to me. Is that good or bad? I'm not sure. Oh, no. Yeah, wood spear. Flame spear. Double thrust. And another double thrust. That's a combo. Get peppered. Cross slash. Ouch. I like it, it's just that I imagine steam trains going on the track, not a battle. I can actually kind of see that. Okay, the Finny army attacking Gustave's, having worked our way back around. Alright, so cross slash, double thrust, lawnmower, rush. Alright, a combo. Goodbye. One more duo attack. And another. Yep. Gustave's cross slash should do for just about anybody. Blocked. Haha. Army versus army. We're getting peppered this time. Well, that probably takes him out. Oh no, no, I guess not. Alright, one unit down. Successive attacks, huh? I asked myself a very good question. Shouldn't we just all use Flame Spear? We only get one round. And, every attack counts. Why not use the best one? I've been using a smattering of them to... I don't know. To use a smattering of them. Sorry to ask, but how did we get an army? Did we get our own territory? Yeah. So, Gustave went to the city of Wide, framed one of the ruler's advisors, got him suspended, found a secret way into the castle, and took over. That was 5 years ago. And now we have an army. Oh. Is that unit cutting and running? Was the ruler bad or something? Well, he and Gustave were being very friendly with each other, and they made sure to show us a cutscene where he was a dick, just like every other royal person in charge in this game. But no, not especially. Gustave just wanted to see the power. Okay. No. So... so. Did you try to justify it in any way? Nope. And Kelvin and Flynn both went along with it, although Flynn has been not in any scenes since then. Or was he like, it's mine now? Exactly. Mine now. Okay, so... we'll try this Woodstock. And triple flame spears. Nemesis may not even get to use her big attack. Ouch. Okay, so I've now rooted 14's only unit. Gustave the 14th have been wiped out. Gustave is victorious. There we go. Back at the Han ruins. I believe this is the first time we meet face to face, Your Majesty. Depending on the outcome, it would have been just as easy for me to be in your current predicament. It appears that I was just a bit luckier than you. What is wrong? You have too much pride to speak to a good-for-nothing like me? Kelvin, General, I'll leave the rest up to you. Farewell, Your Majesty. You good-for-nothing? Good-for-nothing? Terrifying sword sound that I kind of talked over. Sorry. Yeah, we'll save. Okay. So we're now years and years ahead of Will, but that's kind of how we're going to do it, I guess. Alternating nights between Will and Gustave. I want to go on, so let's do a little bit more. Continue the game. Gustave's reunion. Now let's see. We still have the Gustave and the pirates over here. At the mines, which is Will's. Infiltrate the Alexei gang, which is also Will's. It's kind of terrible that it doesn't show you where you have quests. I will say this game is super rad if it shows Gustave's ruthless ascent into power, and he basically becomes the Emperor stereotype from the Final Fantasy games. That seems to be where it's going. Nobody's down in Viceland yet. Alright. So, let's go for Gustave's reunion. Hermes, Gustave's birthplace. Even radder, that there's a people's revolution who overthrows and executes him, and that's the end of his story. Well, that Pirates thing says there are many stories of Gustave the hero, so it may be, here's this tricksy and underhanded guy who did tricksy and underhanded things, and this is how history chooses to remember him. Riding into town triumphant, just like his father did 20 years ago. Time for me to sleep, Dominic. Thank you for streaming, both for the company and the lovely game. X's and O's Blue, it was really good to see you. Have a good sleep, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Is the tax collection for this year already complete? All of the taxes, with one exception, have been carried into the castle. It seems the taxes from Otto are still unpaid. Yes, the Marquis of Otto has given many reasons for postponing payment of taxes this year. He was probably preparing for some anticipated change in the state of affairs. He's a very shrewd man. We must keep a sharp eye on him. Your Lordship, the Marquis of Otto has arrived and is requesting an audience. I have to say this game's utter reliance on you to remember who's who based on their somewhat similar looking sprites is probably a little misplaced. I keep mistaking people for other people. But it's working for the most part. Alright. Marie, show her through to this room. We will leave you two alone, Your Lordship. No, that won't be necessary. She announced herself as the Marquise of Otto. We should consider her to be an emissary of Otto. I am Marie, wife of the Marquise of Otto. I'm delighted to meet you, dear brother. Delighted to meet me? That's rather a strange way for brother and sister to greet. Yes, you are correct. Yet I am meeting you for the first time. It's been 20 years, dear brother. I know that we have much to talk about, but I assume that there's an important issue that brings you here today, Marquise? Yes, it is as you have guessed. My husband Cantal, Marquis of Otto, requests permission to swear allegiance to your highness. I understand this must seem impertinent, but I, too, wish that you would grant us your understanding, dear brother. Well, ain't that how history is? You can murder millions as long as you win and put in place an effective state to succeed you. Yep. This needs to go to the Legends of the Galactic Heroes route and have every character have their name appear somewhere on them every time they enter a new scene. Yes. See, they understood that you needed clues to remember what was going on. Alright. Allegiance or no, he is the husband of my sister, my brother-in-law. Tell him to be at ease, and to govern the Otter territory as he always does. Return this message to him. I'm very relieved to hear that. This will prevent any unnecessary spilling of blood. Dear brother, I have many, many things that I wish to discuss with you, but I must ask your permission to leave for today. I would like to bring this wonderful news to Cantal as soon as possible. Cantal gave in pretty easily. It was quite unexpected. He probably fears the possibility of an alliance between Philippe and I. Although torn apart, we are brothers by blood, you know. What's the matter, Kelvin? She was the very image of her mother, Sophie. Yes, I agree. She takes after our dear mother. What am I saying at a time like this? Please excuse me. Now that Otto has come under our control, all that remains is the Marquis of Nole. Philippe will not come. He bears a strong resentment towards me. Since we have Otto on our side, Nole will now be isolated. Putting personal issues aside, the Marquis of Nole must come if he wishes to fulfill his duty to the people. Otherwise, he will be placing the people of Nole in a state of danger. If worst comes to worst, we should ask Marie for special assistance. I don't mean that in a strange way. Don't get me wrong. The only strange one is you, Kelvin. That's what I was about to say. This is Philippe's room. I've heard that he continued to live here even after he succeeded as the Marquis of Knoll. It's a well-lit room. That portrait, what a terrible thing. He always was a lonesome child, always following me around, calling out, "Brother, dear brother." He was also a crybaby, always stumbling around and bursting into tears. He probably didn't even understand the reason why he was separated from his mother. I always wondered how he endured the separation from his mother, the sadness of being alone at the mere age of 5. It's been 20 years since then. To overcome his sadness, he's transformed it into hatred towards me. Both Philippe and Marie lost their beloved mother because of me. Because of me, because I was born. Don't say such a thing, Gus. Don't say it. Madame Sophie will be saddened, and I too. Leslie, why do you cry? It's because Madame Sophie gave birth to you, and many things happened, and that's why I stand here now. Back then I was really scared. I wanted to run away, but I hated the idea of running, so I gathered the courage to stay. That's why I stand here now. Back then you were really, really frightening. But what am I saying all this for? Thanks, Leslie. You're always there when I need you. You might feel so, but it's always hard on me to be around you, Gus. It feels like I'm always being swung around and dragged into the deep. Well, at least I won't ever have to deal with boredom. I apologize for having you come all the way down here, Marie. Not at all, dear brother. Besides, it is the first time in 20 years that our families reunited. I can feel my heart pounding with excitement. Dear Gustave, please try not to fight with dear brother Philippe. Of course. Kelvin, I would like to be left alone today. No, we're being pretty reserved as it is. To be honest, I feel that the security is rather lacking, with only the General and myself to protect you. You worry too much. Whom do you think I do this? Marquis Philippe of Knoll has arrived. Is that you, Philippe? Dear brother, please come closer. I have come to kill you today. Why you, Kelvin? Philippe, I hear you are a skilled spellcaster unlike me. Then you can still kill me standing from there, right? Please stop, Philippe. I have been waiting 20 years for this day, hating you and hating you. Just thinking about the exact moment that I could lay my hands on you and kill you myself. But why? Why is it that I can feel our mother's anima within you? Why do I feel so nostalgic? Philippe, Marie, before our mother's anima left on her journey, she told me to give you this message. I'm very sorry, Philippe, Marie. Mother! Mother! I want you to know that I haven't forgiven you. I'm doing it for the people of Knoll. I know. Philippe, I have no intention of becoming the king of this country. As you are well aware, I have no right to the Firebrand. What about you? After Mother left for Groigel, Father stopped treating Marie and I like his children. That was because another boy was born. Regardless, I will be this country's heir. The blood within me is the rightful blood of the heir. If you will excuse me also, I look forward to seeing you again. Yes, and please bring Cantle with you next time. Of course, we shall both come to visit. Lynn just kind of walks onto the screen. Mistress Marie left already? I wanted to speak to you. Sir Gus, did something good happen? It's written all over your face. Yes, for some reason my heart feels so refreshed. I haven't felt like this in a long time. I hope it always stays like that, Sir Gus. Always. Why'd you have to go and say something like that, Flynn? No point in saying things like that. Alright. So, I'm thinking that's where I'm going to call it for the night. Let's go ahead and double save, just out of sheer hesitance. I guess I might say. I always save twice when I'm about to quit a game. Don't know why. The Psycho Mantis fight in Metal Gear Solid was pretty funny. He said something like, "Oh, you're cautious. You've saved over 70 times." Alright. Let's see. I have a feeling that Gus either murders Flynn to show he's too far gone, / cross the line and can't get back, or Flynn will kill Gus after he crosses said line. I mean, that's where it would seem to say that it's going, but I guess we'll see. Alright. So, SaGa Frontier will return on Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern, where we'll be following Will's storyline for the night. Having just found out a bunch of stuff about his parents, and the man who led the expedition that killed them will be trying to infiltrate his gang and find out more information. Is Flynn in love with Gus? For some reason I get that feeling. He's always said that Gus is the only one who's ever truly understood him because they both lack anima. Neither of them can use spells. I don't know. So maybe? Alright. Having said all that, thank you very much for coming out, everybody. I really do appreciate it. I'm gonna go and make a little dinner and settle in for Oddish's stream in a couple of minutes. And see you next time. Tomorrow is the next stream. That'll be some lunchtime Persona. Sometime around noon. See you then. Bye.